In the heart of Brisbane, a pot of curry simmers, and with it a story rich in memory, music, and migration. Join us as singer-songwriter Josh Hinton and his 92-year-old grandmother Mehmeh stirs up a delicious blend of food, family, and cultural inheritance. From the legendary Sultan's kitchen to the stage of Brisbane Festival, this is a story of love, laughter, and finding your place, one spoonful at a time. Welcome, Josh and Meme. Thank you for joining the Indian Sun.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes,
Josh,
thank you for having us.
Josh, tell us what's bubbling in the pot today, and Meme, is he doing it right?
No, nothing cooking today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing cooking.
So, yeah, please go on.
I was just gonna say, no. Normally, I am not doing it right though. Normally, she has some pointers for me as I'm cooking, but nothing today.
Yes.
So, what's the first smell or sound in the kitchen that screams home for you, Josh?
Ooh. I think onions cooking in oil is kind of the first. I mean, that's the first thing that you do when you cook a curry is you brown the onions.
Yeah.
And garlic.
Yeah. So that's the thing that immediately kind of reminds me of being in Mehmeh's kitchen or my mum's kitchen,
Okay.
Yes.
And so, why was this one pot curry the dish that you chose to center your show around, Josh?
It's the dish that most reminds me of home, of your cooking, of my mum's cooking. Growing up, we had like our three kind of staple Indian dishes that we ate was dal and rice, keema, and a chicken curry. But chicken curry is kind of on a level above for me, kind of in my memory. Yeah.
So maybe tell me a bit about, your journey, your migration journey. And when did you first learn to cook this curry? Who taught you? Please share with us.
Who taught you to cook the chicken curry?
My mother-in-law.
Okay.
My mother-in-law. And she was a very kind woman, and she was from Sri Lankan. I was married to a Sri Lankan. And my mother-in-law was a beautiful mother-in-law, and she taught me how to cook everything. She taught me. Otherwise, because I was only 19 years old, I was no kitchen thing, and she taught me everything.
So did you grow up in Sri Lanka?
No, I was born in India.
Okay.
And grown, and when I was about 4 years old, we went to Iran, and we stayed in Iran till about I was 10 years old. And my father died in Iran, so we came back to India. And I learned some things in India where we stayed for about 5 years. And we went back and came back to India, and I married a Sri Lankan, and I was 20 years old when I got married, and I went to Sri Lanka, and I lived with my in-laws.
Oh, yeah, lovely. And when did you move to Australia?
When I had 3 boys in Sri Lanka, and moved to Australia when my eldest boy was about 16 years old. We went to the Solomon Island, and we lived there for about 10 years. Then we moved to Australia. I'm here now about 60 years. I'm in Australia.
Wonderful. And tell me, do you remember a time when cooking this curry, this chicken curry, brought the whole family together? Is there any favorite family memory over this dish?
Any
family memory cooking this chicken curry?
Oh, of course. Yeah. You mean they learned from me?
Or just any events? I mean, so I remember growing up, so we would come to visit Mehmeh and the family here in Brisbane once or twice a year. And normally around Christmas time, like in the summer, we would come and visit, and we'd have one big family gathering with all of our relatives. So there would be like 40, 50 people here. And Mehmeh would often make a big chicken curry that everybody would kind of slowly eat as the day went on.
Oh, all right. Oh, lovely. My question is again for Mehmeh. Josh, you can help translate that for her. Mehmeh Sultan's kitchen has served rock stars and regulars alike. What's your secret ingredient in food or in life?
What's your secret ingredient to your food that you cook, or just to your life? What's kind of one secret that you have?
Oh, there's no secret. There is no secret. I'm an open book.
I love that.
Yeah. Put this little bit, that little bit. When there's no curry powder, think of something. Think of something and immediately make and do it, All the life it has been like that.
Yeah. Quick fix. So Grandma Mehmeh is good in the quick fix rule.
Yeah, that's right. Improvising.
Improvise.
And Mehmeh is like the word mother. So they make it short, Mehmeh. They call me mom, grandma, some they call me Mehmeh. But this family calls me Mehmeh. So
yeah, that's lovely. Josh, your story blends cooking, music, and storytelling. What part of Mehmeh's story were you most excited or nervous to share with the world?
So I think throughout the show, I talk about a lot of Mehmeh's younger life, specifically growing up in Iran. And I think when I was first creating the show, those stories are what really captured me. I mean, she speaks of times where she was hiding in bomb shelters, times that she was in the back of trucks filled with chickens to get from one city to another city, traveling from Iran to India. And so those stories were filled with beautiful characters, family characters, but also these incredible narratives that make for good theater.
What's something about your cultural heritage that you feel you've truly understood through your food?
I think that the main takeaway that I've had from the food, but also from just making the show in general, is that it's impossible to label what my cultural heritage is. I think it is it's a mix up of Iranian, Indian, Sri Lankan, English. There's so many different these cultural influences that I have to be comfortable with the fact that I can't really put it in a box.
Yeah. And this is, yes, sorry, Mehmeh, please.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something.
Yes. I was going to say fruit salad. Somebody, I had taken some children to the swimming pool, different children, cousins pool. And there was a policeman one day standing there and looking at the children on that swimming pool, don't jump in the water and do something. So a policeman asked me, what is this? Who are these people? She asked me. I said, I could not say anything. The policeman told me, they look like a fruit salad. And from him, I learned the word fruit salad.
Yeah.
And whenever we go, we are like that. We are so many, different cultures and different food and everything.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Fruit salad, like a kaleidoscope of cultures,
Yeah.
So this is a question for both of you. How has cooking together, deepened your connection, as a grandson and a grandmother?
How has cooking together deepened our connection?
Oh,
Josh, do you get a lot of scolding, Josh?
I get a lot of scolding, absolutely.
How deep is his love?
Yeah, no, I think
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think the memories of kind of being in the kitchen with Mehmeh have always been surrounded by cooking, but then also during that cooking has been this element of storytelling. So I think without kind of being in the kitchen and cooking with her, I wouldn't have been told all of these stories growing up. And that is what really has deepened the connection, has been kind of learning about her through her cooking. Yeah.
Yes, and when sometimes we go walking when they were small, we go walking here and there, we smell food. Everything is food, for us, and that is how we are. That is food that connects people also.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And the other thing with South Asian culture is that all our hospitality is centered around food, isn't it?
Yes.
I remember growing up in India, and even if a stranger came to the house, my mother would never let him go without having a cup of tea.
And that has been passed down.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Which part of India you were?
I'm from the northeast of India.
Mehmeh spent a lot of her time in Pune.
Okay, the western side, yes.
Yeah, Bombay, Pune,
Yeah, Pune, yes.
Panchgani.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, some of the children grow up in the school in Panchgani.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Lovely.
And I was teaching language Persian into English in Panchgani for a short time. Yes.
Okay. That's so lovely.
A long time ago.
Can imagine. And India has changed since then. 60 years is a long time. Yeah. Okay, Josh, there's so much sensory telling in your show. Why do you think audiences are hungry for these kinds of intimate food-based theater experiences right now?
Oh, I think that, people go to the theater to, I guess, to experience a different type of world than they normally do. And something that is super evocative and helps shape that experience is smell, is sound, is memory. And food really holds all three of those things really, really nicely. You smell something and immediately it unlocks a memory of a different time that you've smelt that same thing. So I think, the first time I start my cooking is I'm sizzling that onion, and just immediately the theater is filled up with that beautiful smell of the cooking onion. And that really does unlock memories for me, but also memories for the audience, which is a really beautiful thing.
And Mehmeh, I can't see you. You'll have to come in. Yeah. What did you think when Josh first said he wanted to turn your curry into a stage show?
Well, what did you think when I told you that I was going to cook your curry on stage?
Oh, I could not believe it.
Why? Was there also sort of fear that he would let you the presentation or the recipe down?
Were you nervous that I'd cook it badly and it'd reflect bad on you?
Well, first of all, I thought he might burn himself. But no, he did very well, and I'm very proud of him.
There were lots of coaching sessions leading up to the show last year. So she came a bit earlier before I did my performances, and she made sure that I was getting it all right.
Okay. So who's the better cook, Josh, to be honest now?
It's absolutely Mehmeh still. It's definitely Mehmeh. No, I've still got a lot to learn. I think I've definitely gotten better at cooking the chicken curry, but in general, it's Mehmeh.
Okay.
And I say my cooking I learned from my mother-in-law. Best. So that he becomes his great-grandson.
Yeah. So what's the biggest kitchen fail that's happened during rehearsals or family dinners?
The very first rehearsal that I had last year with the kitchen knife that I ended up using on stage, I cut my finger quite badly. So that was a bit of a shock to the system. when we started rehearsals. What's your biggest kitchen fail
Mine?
in cooking?
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest was when I had just got married and I did not know how to cook. Then I saw my brother-in-law was making a Sri Lankan cake once. I said, oh, that's easy. I can make it. Hey, Khuda. Then he said, okay, come on. Next day, he said, now you go make it. You know what I did? I put everything in it except the
self-raising flour.
The raising thing, you know, which
Yeah.
And when everything finished, I said, how come my cake is like a chapati, you know? It is very flat.
Yeah.
And then I knew that I have not put the raising thing. And that was my first one. And through the years, so many things I have done.
Yeah, but I'm sure that is a favorite memory that stands out. Now, if your curry could talk, what would it say about your family, Josh?
Oh, I think it would say, well, for one, I think it would say, why do we cook it so often? I think that would be the main thing.
Yeah.
But I think it would also say that it's a lovely, there's such a sense of closeness in the family. Even though, so I live in like Wollongong, which is close to Sydney, so a long way away from Brisbane, but we still manage to come and visit and keep in contact with all of our relatives here. So it's a lovely tight-knit family to be a part of.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. Mehmeh, what advice would you give to the next generation about preserving tradition while making it their own?
What advice would you give to the next generation about tradition?
Yes. Well, the first thing I tell them, don't leave the kitchen. Always be in the kitchen.
Don't leave the kitchen.
And cook as much as you can, because you never know what's going to happen. They have to know how to cook and to look after the family. It is in us, you see, that we have to always look after the family and cook. And we have to see that young generation do that also.
Yeah. And
do you cook? Do you cook?
I do. I love cooking.
Oh.
Yeah. And also for boys, I'm sure for Josh, it's a great step towards independence,
Yes,
absolutely,
isn't it?
Yes.
It was the first, the chicken curry was the first thing I cooked when I left home. That was the first meal that me and my housemates, I shared with them.
Yeah.
And it is so easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
No, please. Sorry, maybe I cut you.
I forgot. I'm allowed to forget.
You're allowed to forget, yes. But if you remember, please stop me and continue. I just want to ask you one last question. What does belonging mean to each of you?
What does belonging mean to you?
Belonging means belonging.
But what does it mean to you?
Oh, so much. We belong to each other. The whole world, we belong to each other. We have to see that everything is done perfect.
Yeah, I think I didn't understand its importance until making the show. I think through my search for belonging, I really understood that, it is it's like everything, really. I mean, to know that you belong in a certain place is comfort, it's love, and I think I've realized throughout this whole process that everybody is searching for belonging. So it's like such a universal thing,
And it is the food which brings us all together. We belong together because of food, he has come all the way from there to here.
Yeah.
So, Mehmeh, you still cook a lot?
No,
Yeah.
I don't cook.
You've passed, I think you've safely passed on the traits to everyone, and now you can sit, eat, judge.
People cook for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son Nabil, he gets worried when I don't eat. He says he comes and cooks for me.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Now, Josh, just tell us a bit more about the show. I mean, you're a singer, but how did this come about?
Yeah. So the show really began with Mehmeh telling me stories. And through hearing, I sat down with her 2 years ago and I recorded about 90 minutes of audio that she basically, from birth to moving to Australia, she told me her stories. And from that, kind of marking her journey from India to Iran, to India to Iran to Australia, it really became like a nice way to then explore my journey of belonging. And so through that, through then working through the Merong X program, which is a Wollongong-based program, I had a lot of help kind of shaping this story. And it became a bit more, it ballooned into then talking about my paternal grandfather as well, who has just as complicated an upbringing, born in England, then moved to South Africa, then back to England, and then finally Australia. And yeah, really kind of tracking both of those journeys while then talking about my own memories, going on a similar journey, but of finding out who I am, has really been an incredible experience. And then from there, I wrote a few songs, and then one of them really I found that fit quite nicely in the play. And so then I end the whole show with this original song that me and my brother wrote, which is really about that as well. It's about memory. It's about time passing and kind of how those all play into who you are.
Hmm. And so you have a really great resource in your grandmother, such a rich background and so much of talent to share in the kitchen.
She makes it easy for me to make this work,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, I know. So, what are your dates? Just tell the audience and the name of the show.
So the Brisbane dates are the Tuesday, the 16th of September to Saturday, the 20th of September.
Thank you so much for giving me your time today. And Josh, I hope you have a wonderful show. And I'm sure Mehmeh will be there cheering you on.
Cheering or heckling, we're not sure yet. But
Yes. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you very much.